You can see off the rip that the box is much bigger than the other one. Hola everybody, how are you doing today? Today I have another like micro. Hey, it's like coming up my ear. I don't like that. I have another micro server, micro computer, micro form factor type computer. This one I just don't believe is as small as the other one. The other one, the Optiplex, it was like really tiny. Let me show you. You can see off the rip that the box is much bigger than the other one. Alright, this is probably... Did it not? Alright, so this is the HP... Let me get the name right. HP 400 G4 is the name of it. It's a smaller computer. Keyboard, as always, great. Side box or something. It's pretty dope. This should have our power supply, maybe a mouse, if I can get it open with one hand. And the good thing about this one is it seems to take a regular power supply, which is dope. Now the actual computer. That is the actual computer. So I'll say that this HP is not as small as I kind of thought it was. I thought it was a little smaller than this, but this is still pretty small. See, it's, you know, like the length of my fingers basically. But the top half's kind of normal. But what's really good for this, of course, is most monitors are going to fit perfectly right on top of this. And they didn't put any vents or anything over here, so it'd be perfectly fine to sit your monitor on here to save you a lot of space at your desk. So I'm going to get this up here on the desk. We'll get some shots of it, see what it looks like, and get it booted up. I'll give you the specs and all of that, specs and all that good mumbo jumbo. So this here is the computer itself. It does have a 7th gen Core i5. It even has a hidden little button there. That's your CD tray, of course. 2 USBs, headphones. Maybe on certain models it is a memory card slot, not on this one. 2 USBs, your headphone jack, your power button. Nothing on the sides. Sides is very slim. All your fans seem to be the front and the back. It has 6 HDMIs right here, your network jack, a VGA cable, a display port. Over here's your power supply, of course, where your power goes in, and then here's 2 expansion slots, which is pretty nice for graphics or anything like that that you may need. And it looks like to get into this case, it's pretty easy. It looks to be just this screw. I'm going to take a look real quick. I should be able to do that. Yeah, look at that. Really easy to get into. Inside we just have our fan, our CPU. There is our solid state drive. Not sure of the brand, but there's our solid state drive. Our CD drive. Memory is tucked down into here. And as I said before, the processor and everything. I think this is a very sleek machine. I love the size of it. This is an 8 gig Windows 10 Pro with a 256 gigabyte SSD. It's essentially the same thing as the little Optiplex that I showed a few weeks ago. It's just not nearly as small. Spec-wise and everything else, it's going to be just as good as the Optiplex. Listen how quiet this thing is. Fan kicked up for just a second, part of the boot. I mean, this thing is whisper quiet all the way around it. I really like this. I think these are good. And so now we're just going through the basic Windows setup. And honestly, I think that'll do it for this vlog. I don't really need to show you anything inside of Windows, of course. Most of you already know Windows. So I'm talking about the specs and the design and everything about this little computer here. So the little HP here behind me, the HP Prodesk 400, I think it's an absolutely amazing machine. As you can see, I haven't got into it yet, but I know spec-wise, it'll be a great machine. 8 gigs of memory. It has a Core i5, and it has a 256 gig, but it has a 250-ish gig SSD. And every computer that I've used that has Windows 10 Pro with 8 gigs of RAM and an SSD has been absolutely astonishing. So I don't feel that this one's going to be any different. Trust me. I'm going to be working on this thing all day and tomorrow. This vlog will not go up till tomorrow. So if I have any issues with this thing, I will totally put it in here in the vlog and talk about how bad it was. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm fairly confident that it's going to be a great machine and really do everything that I need it to do. Let me just say real quick, I've been using this computer for about, not really 4 or 5 hours, but off and on for a few hours now. This thing is great. As I mentioned, it has the very, very nice design to where you can set your monitor right on top of it. It's upgradable. You can add an SSD that's bigger. You can upgrade your memory. You can add a graphics card if you need. This is really a great computer. I would, unless you absolutely need to save the space with the Optiplex, I totally recommend this HP Prodesk over the Optiplex. Back to me. I totally give them some props on the designs. 6 USB ports on the back is very helpful. The little Optiplex that I did the review on, it only had 4 USBs on the back and 2 on the front. One of the places where I installed it, that was kind of an issue. We had to use, I think, both of them on the front because they just had so many scanners and card readers and different stuff plugged into their computer. So, by this one being a little bigger, but having 6 USB ports makes it a lot better in my opinion, because for a lot of our clients, they have a scanner, they have a credit card reader, they have a signature pad, some of them have a printer, and then they have their mouse and their keyboard, unless they have a wireless one. So I mean, you're looking at 6 USBs just off of those items I've mentioned, which would take up the entire back of this device, which to me is a good thing. And like I said, the design's very good. There's nothing on the sides. All of your air intake is right through the front and the back. And so you can set your monitor right up on top, save you some space on your desk. This model was $660 at the store. The Optiplex was $10 less. So at that point it kind of gets into your preference. Are you wanting something that's a little bigger that maybe you can add that extra network card to or add a graphics card into later on if you wanted to? Big thumbs up for this one. The Optiplex, you buy it how it is. You could possibly swap out the memory and the SSD in that Optiplex, but I am not certain. Do not take my words for that. This one, you could swap out everything. You could swap out your memory, you could add memory, you could add a bigger SSD, you could do almost whatever you needed, because this is just a smaller PC for form factor, but it's still a very small PC, and it's great. So, hope you liked the video. Click the like button, and down in this little corner here, you should see a subscribe button.
Wrong.
And you can click that to check out the rest of our videos or check out my Optiplex video. I'm going to put a link to this one in the description where you can read more about it, read more details. I think that'll do it for today. I hope that everyone's having a good day, and I will see you guys and gals tomorrow or the next day. Have a good one. Deuces.
Alright, I understand, road's bumpy, totally get it. But look, there's a lip on the inside of these, so when you put the package in and it barely fits, I can't get it out. I have physically no way to get this out without destroying my box now. Not very cool.